Wait a sec. Isn't something important Oh, today's our big day! We're supposed to leave the Fortress of Mir-
Please, sign here. This document will be effective immediately upon signing.
It's been so long since we've been to the surface. What? Huh?
What's happening? I'm fine, thanks. But
Let's go ask the Duke.
Oh, here you are. Did you manage to...
Let's just get straight to the point. Has anything else?
Patience, Paimon. Even as the situation continues to brew, I'm actually still thinking about the first thing that came to my mind when I noticed, why didn't anyone come to me?
Oh, that's a good point. Could whatever they're afraid of...
But even if such a thing existed, how could they be so sure without checking with me first? It'd be one thing if it was just one or two people, but it seems like everyone's which leads me to believe that it's more likely that they think I just wouldn't care to help them. Yes, something like that. Dugier must have told them something to make them think, so it became imperative for me to refute that, and of course I had originally planned to do this in a more covert way, but I had to there was no way to keep our investigation a secret.
That makes sense. Wait, then does that mean it was all Paimon's fault?
The last thing that guy wanted was for Dugier to find out that he'd lost it. He would have never brought the... But now, not only has Dugier found out that he'd lost, that likely set his internal alarms off all at once. Yes, that's the conclusion I came to as well. If we didn't act right then and there, Dugier would probably come up with some other way to hide the truth and we'd be back to square one. So after giving the matter some thought, I must say I was...
Ah, so you did that on...
Yes, that's right. Of course, that box was discovered as part of our investigation of the Society from the very beginning. I had no way to know if any of the members had actually seen the gem before, but since I had to do right, and I said back there that I had no idea what the gem represented, that should have been it. And since I was traveling with you, heroes who have never, they would also understand that we're here to help, rather than to tolerate or uphold.
You used us as a part of your plan too!
My apologies. There was no time and quite a lot, but I can assure you that I've now told you. Of course, you're under no obligation. Would you be willing?
But Paimon's still mad at you!
You have my thanks. Now, there are still two outstanding matters in our investigation. The first, I've examined one before. The other is the true purpose of the Black Gem. It's my hope that a brave fish will take my bait and venture outside of their... I'll put some music on while we wait.
Excuse me, Your Grace, but may I come in? I'm afraid that someone's been
Please, do.
I apologize for my lack of composure. Yes, my lover Fasol told me all about you. Please, help us, Your Grace.
Slow down, take a deep breath, and start from...
I'm sorry, Your Grace. I will try. I think I should start from when you saw Fasol last.
You mean when we saw him at the gathering place?
Yes, he fled immediately, but many members are hot on his heels. Thankfully, he still managed to meet up with me and explain everything that had happened. Now that he's lost Dugier's trust, what awaits him is agonizing censure.
Censure?
Censure is Dugier's method of establishing control, as well as the thing we all fear the most. Rather than listening to me explain what it is, Your Grace, please, just let me show it to you. Every secret may be found within...
Here you are. I was wondering where you had run off to in such a hurry. Please excuse us, Your Grace. It was never our intention to disturb you like this. You see, Avisa's mental state has been rather unstable ever since she rambles often, has hallucinations.
I don't recall hearing a knock or giving...
Oh, my apologies. I merely did not wish for Your Grace to be alarmed. Had I not been so...
Like we'd believe you.
Please, there's no need to be upset. It's only natural to want to side with the...
Well then, what if the reasonable man wants to hear the lunatic out?
That would be perfectly fine with me. Oh, and just so you know, we've also found the missing Mr. Fasol. Thankfully, he has already returned to his senses.
I'm sorry, Your Grace.
This is what you're afraid of, correct? You can tell me everything. I'll do...
I've never seen that thing in my life.
Your Grace, I don't think there's anything else she would
It's all right, Avise. No matter what it is, it will no longer be able to hurt you.
Your Grace! Forget it. I'll keep...
I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I really...
But why?
In that case, Avisa.
Miss Avise, please show me your head. There's nothing there.
Your Grace, I know the Society has never caused trouble for you or any... Why are you doing everything in your power to prove our guilt? I'll do anything for you, as long as you give me the word.
Your words bore me. You know the consequences if I find you to be...
Everything that I do for the Fortress of Meripede. All right, Avise.
Just what's up? We should have shown him his...
Sooner or later, all will pay the price for that. He must have been well prepared for this exact scenario, or he wouldn't have dared to be so openly hostile. The entire society are his hostages. His subordinates would definitely and that's why he dared to bare his fangs right in front of me. The true secret of the society is neither on the hat nor on the members' heads. Dugier probably knew this from the very beginning, which is why, however, if we were to look at the rules, it would also...
Yeah, none of this makes sense to Pine...
The hats are definitely being used to hide a secret. But from the way Dugier acted, I need to think about But if there's nothing on her head, why did Avise feel the I need to think about this. From the way Dugier acted, I can't seem...
I have an idea, but...
Huh? What is it? Tell Paimon about it!
You mean this thing? So, she handed a key piece of evidence over to us without Dugier noticing. That would mean that Avise didn't stay silent out of... Let me take a look. I managed to remove this from the hair clip. It's long, slender, and conical. This hollow...
Paimon's lap.
Let's see.
Hey, what are you doing? Wait. Some kind of... And some of it has been absorbed by this thorny-looking thing.
You've probably heard before that water is filled with the strongest emotions of humanity. With that in mind, this liquid is probably a hot...
Oh, so that's why even touching it will make you remember unpleasant things.
Dugier would be able to censure others. I can only imagine how it would feel. The moment it hits you would be like being flooded with all the terror, agony, desolation, and an overwhelming...
So, was the hat meant to cover up their...
That might not even be all. Let's go get them right. We can't let Dugier escape with all of the evidence.
Your Grace?
Ah, good to see you two.
Yeah, what was with that earthquake just...
Ah, that. The tremor over the years of serving as the warden here, I have developed a sense for distinguishing between what occurs on the surface and what
So the fortress is okay?
If you recall our last incident, if there really were a problem, there would be...
Huh, you've got a point. Oh, by the way...
I believe...
Wait, seriously?
Ah, yes.
Yep. It's you two. That's right. Today is our last day in prison. But now that Paimon says that, it doesn't feel like we... Oh, yeah, Paimon... Then be sure to come back and visit.
If you've signed the release papers, then you're free to go.
You're not going to see us off?
I knew you'd ask. All right.
Well, you actually agreed.
Ah, so you do have a...
After being down here for so long, I imagine you must feel like you're lacking companionship. Yeah, don't worry, we'll come back to see you.
I hope you won't be here as convicts the next time I see you.
We'll do our best to stay out of trouble. Well, it seems our work in the Fortress of Mirabine. We should probably go report to him now. Next, you're going to see Monsieur Nervillette?
I'm sure just your regards will do.
I believe it would be the polite thing.
You're right. I've heard the Palais has been terribly busy these days.
Your Grace, we have taken the Society members into custody. They all tried to flee just a little while ago, as if they had received some kind of order. We decided to forestall their plan, and were just about to send the word when you unexpectedly arrived.
Great work, everyone.
You had prepared for something like this,
I had them stay here to keep an eye on things, so I'm glad that... Perform a thorough search of the Society's headquarters and bring all the members...
Understood, Your Grace.
Now, let's check on them. As expected, they all have a hollow thorn inserted into a wound on their head.
Ooh, Paimon's glad her eyesight isn't so good that she can see it from here. Paimon's gonna float away for a bit.
They probably left it there as a lasting reminder of... These people must have had to endure an unimaginable... Let's go check out the other areas, too.
Hey, come here! Have a look at this! This is a book that Paimon found in a box next to the bookshelf. Its content... The colors of the covers are completely different, though, and the names of the authors also don't match up. Yeah, and they dared to...
Look at what I found. This is a surveillance port. With this, Dugier would be able to so even if Dugier's not there in person, he'll still always have eyes on the members. Indeed. It's easy to become lost and confused, and if any action you take may be deemed a mistake. Dugier has
Your Grace! Your Grace!
What's the matter?
We couldn't find any society members in the other areas. It also seems like none of the equipment in those rooms were ever used. The lime scale, the layers of dust. We also investigated the members' residences and weren't able to find anything.
Oh.
They're gone? That could only mean...
Indeed. As long as he allowed society members to mingle with others, even with threats of... Meanwhile, this marvelous gathering place will lose all of its value as soon... So instead of being his real base, this is just an elaborate performance. The rest areas, the fancy equipment, and only the most docile and well-trained members were...
But then... where...
Dugier must be holding all the rest of his members in another place. And if the overseer of my fortress, he must be in Dugier's pocket. I'm of the same mind. Let's go.
I hear you've got a job. Work hard and live each day to the fullest. That is what life in Mondstadt is all about, isn't it?
Did that person flee here?
That's the most likely scenario to me. He's probably already caught wind of Dugier's death. Let's keep heading down. There are some abandoned areas in there. Since he needs space, we should be on the right track. Let's go. We can take this path. After them!
It's Risley! Run!
Did Dugier send you? Why did you attack that guard?
Come on, it's time to talk. Can't just...
I will take your cooperation into consideration when it comes...
Mr. Dugier, he didn't want this guy to We were just about to dispose of him when you caught up to us.
So, in other words, your headquarters should...
Yes, it's just down this way. You'll make it there once you've seen him pass through a large drain.
Guards, take them away. Let's go. It's about time that we...
Down here.
Yeah, these are all former work areas. There are usually guards on patrol here. Stay sharp. He's got a ton of surprises waiting for us.
Allow me.
Let's begin. It's going to get a little chilly.
Hey, are you okay?
You're safe now. Just follow the...
Who knew that there'd be Gardamex here? Dugier really prepared.
And that would explain the strange decommission requests I received, as well as account for all the Gardamex. Seems like he's prepared for an all-out...
Hey, what's this?
Seems like some kind of handbook. Ah, this should be the Society's real rules book. Members are not permitted to speak to each other or to leave without 5 members shall form a group, and the whole group, anyone who reports a fellow member's misbehavior shall be rewarded with I see.
But that's just cruel.
To obtain food and water, prisoners are forced to snitch on. To avoid punishment, they learn to stop talking with one another. This leaves the wounds they've already received to finally, isolated and without hope, they accept their fate as Dugier's slaves. Do you remember what happened to Paimon? She rejected all the snacks in the box once she was She's usually all for tasty snacks, but she
Ugh, is that the best example you could come up with? Anyway, Paimon's still...
No, your decision was valid. The human heart, those who use fear to lead others astray must pay for that crime. If I'm not mistaken, the space ahead should be the central area of this place. Rather than confront Dugier, I think it's more important right now for us to rescue as many Society members as possible. You guys should wait here. We'll try to open the door and check out some other spots.
Open the door. Would we have to do something to this mech? Forget it. Paimon's just gonna... Whoa! It's turning! Is it because we touched this thing? The other side's open! Let's go.
A moment, please.
Turn! Bring refuge!
Stay clear and face your guilt! Let's begin. A moment, please.
way up, are we?
Activate the mechanism in front of us first, just like before.
Looks like there's a mechanism that's gotten stuck. It won't turn alongside the others. Is there something we can do? Ooh, the water level's gone way up. So that's how we'll make it to the top.
Now. These should be the prison cells. Lots of empty cells in here.
Let's still rescue the ones who got left behind, but... Hey, it's all right now.
No, I won't try to leave anymore. She's so close to me.
No, we're not gonna do that.
We won't be able to get through to her right now. Not with the stress I'd also guess there are many others here who are more or less like her. Let's let the guards take care of them for now and keep pushing.
Door's open. Maybe it's His Grace. I'll go take a look.
I leave this area to you. Make sure to bring everyone.
Understood. And please take care as well, Your Grace.
Just focus on the tasks you've been given. Now, let's go back. We have that mechanism from the first room. Maybe we'll also need to hold it in. Don't forget to bring these along.
I must confess to being furious. To think that there are still some of you who find it permissible to spit upon our rules. Remember their names. Fasal and Avis. And today you will see with your own eyes. Go on, Avis. Pierce his skull with the thorn in your hands. And then, of course, you will do it one drop at a time. Let it do its magic again and again, and don't...
That's all.
Oh, shut your wretched mouths! When did I... My rules are the paramount law of this place. Only more pain will come to those who...
That's enough, Dugier. Your rabid screams have been beyond nauseating.
Is that His Grace?
Oh, Risley. I knew you would. Must you still refuse to let me be? Did I not spell everything out for you already? What's so...
It would seem that you can't see the difference between sharing and looting. And on top of that, look at your people. Are they not starving as you wolf down your
You. Stop acting all high and mighty. Have you forgotten? Nobody in this blasted fortress is innocent. We are all irredeemable monsters who have destroyed something that others held dear. What's so wrong about punishing those who deserve to be punished? And please, are you really gonna tell me that you care about their lives and well-being when you just need a supply of labor to keep...
Sadly, you're wrong on both counts. Unlike you, I've never seen them. The fortress is not only a place for confinement, but also a place for rebirth. Just as people are free to give in to the darkness within their hearts, they are also free to seek redemption and a new beginning. They may have made mistakes, but they are still human beings with people and things that they cherish. And most importantly, they should always retain the freedom to choose their own path. But you're destroying their spirits with fear, taking their freedom away so that they'll become slaves who will never again feel or think. And you say that's what they've always deserved? You are...
He's really mad.
You think me arrogant, Risley. Well, I think you're too young. Nobody actually sees this fortress as any kind of just a wonderful place. See it for what it is. No prisoner will listen to you out of gratitude of their hearts. The whip is the only way to make them obey. Had you been just one step slower, I would have already taken control of all the garden mech. Your vision gives you strength. But how long will it hold against these...
You talk big, but in the end, you know nothing outside of power and control.
Take flight! Inazuma shines eternal! There is no escape!
Have a safe trip.
Shine down! Now you shall perish! Motion to compel! Inadmissible evidence!
If you think fear can control everything, well then, terrify me.
Don't high road me. You're just another crook. And it's time you got treated like one.
What's the matter? Too scared to shoot straight?
I'm warning you. Unauthorized punishment and torture are prohibited here. As the Duke, you should set an example.
Funny how that slipped my mind. Well, from this point on, you can forget about that rule. The rules of the fortress are there to keep the likes of you in check. But if the Duke wants somebody dead, he needs no justification. Understood?